Well, hello there, everyone. I'm Hardleg Joe, and I'd like to welcome you back to the joy of dueling. If this is your first time here, I'm going to be trying to climb the Master Duel competitive ladder using an off-meta deck chosen by my patrons. In today's episode, they've decided to give me Artmage, a happy little deck of fusions and art students that just has some wonderful combos. Now, if you'd like to try along at home, you can pull up your own copy of Master Duel. It's free to play, and you can play along with me. I believe that just about anyone has the ability to make it to Master 1, just a matter of practice and persistence. So grab a snack, lean back, and let's have a nice, relaxing time. And welcome back to Ladder Climb, friends. As the intro said, we are indeed playing Artmage, and it's shaping up to be an interesting time this month. You know, depending on who you ask online, Artmage is either just a little too weak, a little behind the power curve, or an underrated gem that has the potential to be a rogue powerhouse. And I'm honestly not sure which one it is. I mean, we're going to be finding out together whether this is Master 1 worthy or more of a Jankmas deck that belongs in Genesis. Fortunately, you know, a little happy accident is that last month we didn't quite make it as far as we wanted, so we'll be starting in Platinum. So whether it's really good or really bad, we'll have a chance to try it out in a safer environment with less competitiveness. Now, as for the build we're playing, there are a few different variants of Artmage, but we're going to start out pure. And we do this even if we were starting in Diamond, because I think it's always good to start out with a more pure version of the deck to show off how the archetype plays without other engines in it before we start adding more stuff. So this is what we're working with, and it's looking pretty nice. It's got a lot of room for non-engine, a very small kind of concise package. One quirk of this deck is that the main card is the field spell. The field spell is a not once per turn search, but it makes you discard a spell in order to use it. So as a result, it kind of incentivizes you to run a lot of spell trap stuff instead of relying on more monsters and hand traps. That's why we're playing both 2 Super Poly and 3 Forbidden Droplet and 2 Infinite Impermanence. I'm not sure if this will give us an advantage this month, but it will at least make things a little bit differently. You know, we're not just playing like 6 Charmies and Effect Veilers or whatever. We're still playing some of them. I mean, you gotta have Ash, you gotta have Droll, but everything else we're doing a whole bunch of spell traps, which hopefully should give us a little bit of an edge against people who are more prepared for monster-based negation. As for how this deck works, I'll be hopping into solo mode to show you one of the basic combos. Although before we do, I just want to take this moment to be like, hey, if you like the show, consider joining the Patreon. There's a link down in the description. Just $2 a month, you can support the channel. I don't take any sponsorships, I don't make a whole lot of ad revenue, so that's the best way to make sure that I can continue making these videos and making them as best as I possibly can. And also, you know, if you have more than $2, if you join in the $10 level, you can help choose the decks I play. And I get a lot of comments from people asking if I'll play this deck or that deck, and they don't seem to realize that the patrons are the ones who choose what I play. Every month, the $10 patrons get to suggest one deck, and then they all vote together to decide what they want to play. So if you have $10, you can join in on that. And even if you just have the 2 a month, you can try to convince your fellow patrons that they should vote for your deck instead. So just consider that, and otherwise, let's jump into the action. Alright, so the thing about Artmage is it doesn't have any true 1-card combos. Everything you do is going to be like a 1.5 card combo, because the field spell needs a spell trap to discard. So this hand, even though it doesn't look great, you know, we're just going to activate a Foolos for like no effect. And in fact, you know what, let's just chain both of them to get them out of our hand to show what we can do with very few cards. This is Artmage Varnish, which either lets you get the field spell, or if you already have the field spell, it searches any, is it Artmage monster? Artmage card. So, you know, you have 6 ways to get to the field spell, but if you already have it, this isn't a dead card. If nothing else, you can discard it with the Artmage Academy and you'll be fine. So the first thing we're going to do is activate this, discard the Forbidden Droplet, and we're going to add Graflair. Obviously, we already have Graflair, so we wouldn't do that normally, but I'm showing you the 1-card combo. Now, all the Artmage cards, except the Owl, say if you control an Artmage card, special summon this from your hand, and then do a thing. And the field spell counts as an Artmage card. So we're going to summon this, and then this says you can set an Artmage spell from your deck. So we're going to get Vandalism and set this here. When it's activated, you can add Medius the Pure from your deck to your hand. And in addition to its other effects, this says once per turn, you can normal summon a Medius the Pure in addition to your normal summoner set. So free summon of Medius, and Medius summons any power patron from the deck. We of course have the Artmage power patron, the Owl, the only one who doesn't summon himself, but fortunately, he summons like this. And what we're going to do, there's a couple different routes you can go, but I think we're going to stick with the easy one, which is to just use this effect. This is quick effect during the main phase, Fusion Summon. And we're going to make Artmage Diactorus, using itself and Medius. Diactorus has a cool summon animation. He's got big artsy wings. This says, if it's sent from the hand or field to the graveyard, add an Artmage spell trap from your deck to your hand. So we're going to use this to get the trap card. Now, Diactorus says you could target a monster on the field and change its battle position, which is not super useful, but it's there. More importantly, when your opponent activates a card or effect, while you have 3 different monster types on the field, you can negate that card and destroy it. A lot of the Artmages kind of share this. They want to have a whole bunch of different types of cards on the field. This is a fairy, this is a dragon. I'm going to go ahead and use Arcane Acropolis a second time, discarding this trap, in order to get Littera, who is a spellcaster. Littera has the Artmage effect. We can special summon it. And when she's special summoned, you can get an Artmage card in your graveyard, add it back to your hand. So we're just going to get the trap back, and then immediately discard it again for the third Artmage card, which is going to be Finmel. And you know, if you had another spell trap in your hand that you wanted to summon, you could get the Owl and normal summon it as well, because you still have your normal summon. So this is special summon and then draw a card. So you do just get a free card, skillfully draw the hand trap so you have an extra disruption. And there we go, that's the field. And what we got is a fairy, a warrior, a spellcaster, and a dragon. This says if you control 3 types, you can target a spell trap and destroy it. It's quick effect. This one says if you have 3 different types, you can negate all face-up monsters your opponent currently controls. Until the end of the turn, their attack becomes halved. So basically, Forbidden Droplet for the entire board. And finally, there's Littera, which is interesting. During your opponent's main phase, you can special summon an Artmage from your hand or graveyard, except a copy of herself, and then return this card to the hand. This lets us get the Power Patron back onto the field, which will let us fusion summon during our opponent's turn. And we've got 2 fusions to pick from. I'm going to pick the one that's more likely, but there's a funnier one that we can do. We've also got this trap in the graveyard, which is an effect I'll show off. But to show this off, let's go ahead and pass it over to our opponent. The legendary Ebon Steed. Well, you know what? Let's just go ahead and blow that up. You know, this is technically a disruption. Some cards or some decks need spell traps, others don't. We're going to activate Littera, and then we're going to chain Awakening. So Awakening says, return a Artmage card you control to the hand, and then non-targeting pop a card your opponent controls. So we can put this back, we can destroy a card, and then Littera lets you summon regardless of whether or not it returns to the hand. So you basically get this free card. And now that we have both, we can go ahead and use this, have their attack, negate their effects, use this, and we're going to make non-finito, which is just any 2 Artmage cards. Let's go and take Reflare because it has less attack. Put this in the extra monster zone. Non-finito, when it's summoned, lets you set an Artmage spell trap from your deck. And this, again, triggers, so we get another Artmage card for follow-up. So we can get the Power Patron, get another... No, let's get the Fusion card. They've got a card that lets you fuse. And then Finito is going to set this counter trap, Artmage Impasto Recapture. This thing says, if you control an Artmage, you can activate it the turn it was set. When your opponent's monster activates its effect, banish a fusion monster until the end phase, negate the activation, and if you have 3 different types on your field, you can return all spell traps your opponent controls to the hand. So another monster negate. And then also this effect, you can fusion summon again. And just to show it off, let's show what we can make here, which is Nerva, the power patron of creation. Using itself, it's any 3 Artmage cards. Very spooky, biblically accurate angel-looking fucker. And this thing has a really interesting effect. Once per turn, when you activate an Artmage monster's effect, you can make that effect become destroy all cards your opponent controls. So let's go ahead and we'll activate Graflair. Set a card. Yeah, we'll go ahead and set another card. Why not? And then we're going to activate his effect to pop a card. But why pop one card when we can pop all the cards? But yeah, we could have changed, like, you know, in certain situations, we could have chained this to the effect in hand and then blown up all the cards then. But I want to get more things on the field. You can also, one of the tricky things is use the owl during the opponent's turn to fusion summon this. And then when this goes to the graveyard, it'll activate to search, and you can turn that search into a board wipe. So instead of non-finito, you can get this. You just usually don't want to because it's harder to recover. But in this case, we had so many things, you know, we summoned the Finmel, or not the Finmel, we summoned the Littera, Littera gets Finmel back, Finmel special summons itself, draw another free card, Medius the Pure can be summoned by shuffling a monster into the deck, or from the hand, so you just like shuffle this back, get Medius the Pure, Medius summons the Owl again. There's so much recovery, it's so easy to get back into the game once you have your resources underway. So, you know, no true one-card combos, but the more cards you have, the crazier this deck goes. Which is why this month we're doing a go first counter. Because if you can go first with this deck and you don't get hit with like Droll or Nibiru, you're absolutely Insano style. You get so much removal, so much recovery, it's crazy. Going second, not so much, but that's enough yapping. Let's see how this does by jumping onto the ladder. All right, here we are, first duel of the day, and we're going up against someone kind of interesting. Their name is Let Me Cook. They just want to cook, chat. Can't we let them cook? All right, let's see what can you cook with Enneacraft? Is it just the FTK? Are you like, whoa, check out this recipe you've never seen before, and it's peanut butter jelly sandwich? What's the equivalent of someone being like, whoa, check out this recipe, and then it's an FTK? Grilled cheese. No, it has to be like, check out this recipe, and it's something that's not only really basic and really common, but like not even good. Like something that no one would be excited to see. There's one. There's a two. Okay, so I can negate one of their flip effects. Now we just gotta hope they don't droll us. Droll specifically is like the one thing that stops us. Let's go ahead. We're gonna try for this. A Maxi of their own. I see. I think that's fine. I think we just play into it because we should be able to kill them in half. Okay, so let's start by doing this. We get this. Yeah, we pop the field immediately. And then on their turn, when they try to activate one of these, we could pop another one. Pop. Yeah, I think we need to stop that. Yeah. Ah! That was the worst it could have possibly been. Always, yeah, I should have sent a monster, I guess. Okay. Activate, get Medius the Pure. Oh, I can't add it to hand. Oh, and I can't even Nerva to blow this up because I can't chain to anything. Oh, but I can negate it with this first. Special summon her. Draw a card, yes. Okay, so we negate this. Yep, we do this. Nerva, using you. The Finmel in our hand. Oh, I forgot he's not an Artmage card. Oh, that's a card in the graveyard. Fucking hell. At least I do still get this. They put my owl back. Get the Littera. Yeah, we do this. Blow up the field. Unfortunately, they still have like 6 cards. Oh, I thought I saw the normal summon because we hit for 33. We hit for 18. Yep, and then we just pass. They might die to their own effects. Maybe. Don't they have to pay life points? Only if they search. The problem is, if they have the Scorpion again, then this just, like, utterly annihilates me. Yeah, they don't have the field spell or an easy way to get it back, it doesn't look like. Yeah, they've got the Scorpion Spider. Which means if I try this again, they can negate everything in the chain. What I need is... I need to make non-finito. Let's see. Let's try this. It doesn't activate a response. It doesn't? Oh, it needs to get to chain link 3. Okay, I thought it was any time your opponent changed to another one. Okay. Add Medius the Pure. Let's get the Owl. We're gonna turn Medius into an Artmage. Can we non-finito with the face down? We can. Okay, that at least gets Graflair off of the field. Add from deck to hand the Fusion. Do I have... what's it called? I do! Hold up. We're gonna activate this, and we're gonna make... Guardian Chimera. Oh, trying to destroy me, are ya? Fortunately, you can't respond to a counter trap. Get those back in your hand. Okay, we just have to go to battle. Okay, activate Pact. Return this to hand. Destroy you. Attack with Medius for game. Ah! Oh, I was like, oh, we need to save that for next turn, and I forgot for a second they were on 200 life points. Okay. We made a few mistakes there. That was very high stakes for a first duel. My apologies for not explaining more of what I was doing. I really had to lock in there, but there you go, you know? We got to show off kind of what this deck can do. Both players got max seed. Whoo boy. Alright, second duel of the day. We're still not going first. We do have a Charmy and an Ash. That might help us. We're up against Ben, but he's not Ben 10. At a 60 card deck. Pot of Greed mate. What could they be playing, I wonder? Oh, brother. Gale Dogra. That's not what you want to see. Pay 3,000, send one monster. This is a U card if ever I've seen one. No one playing Gale Dogra is up to anything fair. This is at 1, right? So how about no? How about no? Yeah, this really is an all-in kind of deck because you're paying 6,000 life points to try to send 2 things. Because if anything can attack into this, they're just screwed. Drawing 1 card. I mean, if it gets them, oh boy. If it gets them that grass, I mean, I guess it works. 1,000. They can't activate another one. Well, you live by the FTK, you die by the FTK. Let's activate, send this, grab Graflair, summon the Graflair. We'll get this. Go ahead and activate this. Get a Medius the Pure. I wanted to make sure, just in case this is like MST or something, I wanted to activate this first. Okay, let's pop this. Super Poly! I'm so glad that my deck has back row outs. And then we just attack, right? Like, why risk playing into something? Oh, I need to do this. I need to destroy this. Destroy this card. I read. Attack. Easy peasy. I'm really curious what the hell they were playing. Good game. I wouldn't really call that a good game. Hey, we finally get to go first. Now let's see if that will help us. Okay, I was worried there for a second. That took a little longer than usual. We're gonna varnish first. Place that. Then we're going to normal summon the Medius, because we get a free normal summon. Activate the effect. Give me the owl. Go ahead and imperm me. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Oh no. What am I gonna do, chat? How am I gonna lose? Anyway, normal summon the owl. Diak Taurus. He here. Getting the trap card, activating the trap card. Let's get you so we can get back the trap card. Let's activate. Win at time of appearance is 77%, which seems crazy to me. I can get, like, if that's true, I can see why this deck, people are saying it's underrated, because it's like, well, fuck, if you manage to resolve this and get the combo off, you just kind of win. Activate, yeah. And then we draw a free card. Okay. He's also got a 74% win rate. Yeah, we just set this. This will let us dodge out of removal while also making the Chimera. Yeah, I think we just let it happen. Yeah, that's fine. So they're getting the Blue Eyes spell. Go ahead. Activate it. Graflare, shoot fireworks at this man. Yeah, I got MST on legs. Yeah, I think we're just gonna do this now. Oh, I did it in the reverse order. We always want to activate her first. It's fine. They've got one card left. Huh? Oh, I thought this was continuous. I'm dumb as hell. For some reason, I was like, oh yeah, Synchro Rumble is a continuous spell that does something. Yep, that's, you know, they talk about Yu-Gi-Oh! Players not reading. It's not that I haven't read Synchro Rumble, it's that I read it and then I forgot what it did. Yeah, not that it matters. None of this matters. Your effects are negated. Let's get Littera on here. Add back this. Let's just normal summon. Yeah, I think this is game. So 21, 24. Oh, we could have moved it to attack mode. I forgot about the Diactorus effect. We were almost there. Yeah, we just go ahead and do this now. Make non-finito. Yeah, this in our hand. 2 owls. It was exactly 8k. We'll get the counter trap. I think we just get another copy of the field spell for next time. We can't get another copy of the field spell. Yeah, I mean, it's like 5 things of disruption. We leave them with some life, but what would they need in order to do this? Like, even if they, like, Dark Ruler no more, and then hit me with Raigeki or something, I can just activate this and get another Medius out of the deck. Hello. Are you there to surrender, little one, or are you gonna make Typhon? Oh, Dragon Spirit of White. That's a neat card. It's negated now. Let's let Graflare get in there. Bada bingo, bada bango. Hacha! Alright. We're yet again going second, but we're going second against Test Deck. They've got the K9... Never mind. I was like, well, they've got the K9 background and the K9 icon. Maybe it's K... Never mind. This ain't K9. Soul Levy. Each time your opponent special summons, they mill 3. So is it a mill deck or a burn deck? We're gonna use this. Yeah, I think we send this off. Yeah, I think we have to hit the Soul Levy, unfortunately, even though the rest of the back row is probably bullshit. There goes a Medius. Let's get rid of that. No more mills for you, please. Let's go ahead and get Medius. Fortunately, I play 2. And I think we just go for the nuke. The nuke, when they've got a bunch of back row, like most of our stuff is not back row reliant. The Time Lord will survive. Cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. Yeah. Okay, we just get the Omni Negate. We played a little safe. Secret Barrel. Okay, so it is a burn deck. Yeah, we get this. We activate. We send off the trap. And then we just got it. I guess if they have Nibiru... Oh, what luck. I'll set that. I'll set that 9 times out of 10. Do I even have anything I want to add back? I guess it never hurts to get something. So we get this. Oh, we just add the owl back. We keep this. Normal summon. And yeah, if you get the whole crew with the Diactrys fusion, together they make exactly 8,000. I'm not sure if that was intentional theming, but I like to believe it was. So now we can negate them, so they can be destroyed by battle and card effects. And they've only got the one back row, which we can negate. So unless they have, like, this is something they can activate, and they would need, like, Goddess of Sweet Revenge, too. So 424. No. I refuse. I'm gonna go 21. Do they have that dragon that's like... Nope. There we go. Easy peasy. Playing this in Platinum really makes it seem very powerful. Alright, we get to go first for the second time. Let's activate this. Some people only playing 2 of this. Alright, we can play around that. Yeah, we absolutely playing around that. Okay, so we activate Finmel. Hello? Let's draw a card. We'll discard this. We'll get Littera. Well, you got a droll? It'd be a shame if you drolled yourself, wouldn't it? Send that off. Get Graflare. So this is 2000% Cool Tune, right? Yeah. So we're gonna normal summon Medius the Pure. Not activate the effect because we already have the owl. If we set this and they have the clip, I think we just gotta risk it. So there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 disruptions without giving them anything off of that. I'm gonna say no to that one, Chief. End of the main phase. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do this now. Because otherwise they just run over it. We'll get the Omni Negate. We'll search follow-up. Yeah, might as well. Put the owl back. And there we go. Easy peasy, beautiful cover girl. We'll get our fusion spell back. We'll make non finito. There you go. Another day, another duel. Ah, I see. Okay, yeah, I think this one works if they don't have any more disruption, but we gotta hit this. Ghost Bell. Alright, well, if that's the case, then we just don't even risk it to make like a half board. Yeah, Purulia eats our lunch. We can play under Fuelos. Yeah, we'll set one and keep the other one in hand, just in case they've got some kind of back row removal. Because, I mean, once we activate this, we can activate the other one from the hand. I would like to say no to that. Alright. Shut up. Yeah, we just have to try it. We have to do it this way. Hello. Fusion summon, please. We use these two. And then Chainlink 1 this, Chainlink 2 her. And then what we can do is set the counter trap, which is live because we control an Artmage. And then this will get us the Art Academy. Do they have Droll? They do have Droll. We have the counter trap for that. So I would prefer if you did not. Anyway, Acropolis will discard the Imperm, we'll grab Graflare. Ash as well. Ah, all hand traps. Yeah, unfortunately, that's about it for us. Yeah, I mean, we did get hit with 4 hand traps. And there's Regina, which gives them full combo. Sometimes you get 4 Handtraps and a 1-card Charter. Yeah, and then they just make it. Okay. We finally lose a duel. We need more draw power, I think. We're fine. We just, you know, sometimes variance happens. Sometimes you go first and you draw all Handtraps. Sometimes you go second and you draw all starters. Oh, brother. Ah! Medius in graveyard, shuffle. I don't think I can try to summon Diactorus. Also, what's the point of getting Diactorus when the negate would be off and they have Fenrir on the field? Okay. Vandalism. Now I just hope they don't take the Medius out. That sucks. We have to wait until next turn. It's the only way. They don't have any scale, so I don't think they can kill us very easily. And I think we can super poly them. Whale. Same type and attribute, but different names. Same type. Okay, so we can't already do it. Yeah. Oh, they just ending. Okay. Oh, it's gonna get instantly flipped down, isn't it? No, it's not gonna get instantly flipped down, so non-finito can still get me something. Gotta get you in the graveyard. No, I won't have 3 counters. Yeah, we get this back. Put another one of these. Wait, what can we make here? Discarding a spell trap while I control. Ah, I see. Is non-finito a special summon on my turn or only on the opponent's turn? Only on the opponent's turn. Okay, good to know. Did I already normal summon? I did. I'm gonna have to do this on the opponent's turn. When it activates, you can banish 1 fusion monster you control. Doesn't have to be face up. Hold up. Yeah. So we're gonna send this off. We're gonna get Finmel. Oh, I haven't used my normal summon. Okay, hold up. We discard this. We grab the Graflare. Oh, I only get the normal summon of this. Fuck, fuck, fuck. I was like, I have a normal summon. I forgot it's the field spell normal summon. Do I wait till next turn and try to do it? No, I think I have to try now. I just don't want to lose the Litera. Normal summon this. Oh, and now I can't activate her. Oh, unless we Medius. Yeah, that'll get 3 on the field. Yeah. We shuffle back the Droll. That puts 3 back on the field. Then we activate her to negate. We chain the Power Patron. Blow up everything. Yeah! All right! It took a while to navigate that. Every time we play against fucking Enneacraft, it's can we resolve the Nerva? And we did, so we win. Fucking lawyer game. Why game, but wait, can they not chain to the Nerva effect? Your opponent activates a card or effect that would destroy a card. Oh, that's hilarious. So, when I Nerva, they can't flip up the tail, because Nerva doesn't say destroy a card or effect. It says change an effect that already activated. And because Finmel doesn't say destroy, she says negate, they can't flip this up when Finmel activates, and they can't flip it up when Nerva activates. Would. You didn't activate an effect to destroy. That's very silly. Very silly indeed. Good to know we have the counter there. Alright, ever so slight change to the deck. We just got out of a duel where we got hit by the Arrival Cybers Adagnister, which if you don't know is... Which if you don't know is a 6,000 attack monster that is unaffected by all card effects. And we just did not have an out in the deck to get around that, to get over it. And while we could play the Underworld Goddess, you know, that's the common thing you play to get rid of those Towers type monsters, I thought we'd play something that's a little bit more unique to this deck. This is something that saw a lot of play in Genesis format versions of the deck, which is Raider's Knight into Arc Rebellion. This is a card you have to make specifically with 2 Dark level 4 monsters, and while we do only have 1 Dark monster in Medius the Pure, we get an extra normal summon of it, and it can summon itself out of the graveyard, and we've got cards to search it, and those cards are searchable with Graflair, so it's really not that difficult once we get our engine up and going, if we're in a grind game against the towers, to just normal summon 2 copies of Medius and the Pure. Then we can make Raider's Knight and go into Arc Rebellion. This says you can detach 1, it gains attack to all the other monsters on the field, and then only this card can attack. But I mean, if they have a towers and we have this plus a couple other things, we can easily OTK over whatever monster they have, no matter how high it is. We just got to make sure we clear the board first. Which again, shouldn't be too difficult because we can keep getting Graflair to pop their back row. We can negate everything else with Finmel. So we're trying that out. It's a little goofy. We should probably just go with this, but we're in Platinum, so we're going to be goofy. This is Artmage 1.1, jumping back in. Well, we do Vandalism first. Normal summon the Medius. Activate. Yeah, and I think we do... This is the better way to do it if you want to play against, like, Nibiru and stuff. So, Vandalism can target a card and make it an Artmage for the end of the turn, because Medius isn't an Artmage. Now that we've got 2 Artmages, we can make non-finito using this and the Medius. And that'll allow us to chain block the Search of the Field spell, while also getting the counter trap on board that can stop a Droll or an Ash or something else that might stop us. So set on the field, we'll put it behind her for safekeeping, and then this will get us the field spell. Then we activate the field spell. We're going to discard this. I think we can go 1 step beyond with this. We have to give up the Forbidden Droplet. Then we grab the Awakening. Activate Awakening. No, wait, we're still fine. We don't have to give up the Forbidden Droplet. So check this out. We Littera, add back the trap, and then we use these 2 to make Cross Sheep. Then we activate this again, send off the Awakening, get the Finmel, special summon the Finmel to the zone this points to, draw a card, that triggers the Cross Sheep, so we get back the Littera. Wait, I thought there was something else we do. I might have forgotten exactly how this line works. I was like, wait, now we're just down Graflair. Wouldn't we prefer to have Graflair? But yeah, I think we get Medius by shuffling back the Cross Sheep. Yeah, and then, yeah, okay, then we'll be able to make Diactorus. So we lose the pop, but we get the ability to make the Omni Negate while having non-finito. Yeah, we'll negate this here. I see. You can fusion summon using monsters you control. Yeah, we can dodge. We can make Diactorus. Haha! Yeah, I think we just have to negate that. And we know one of those cards in their hand is a Blue Eyes that doesn't do anything. Typhon. Alright, so you're locked. Yeah, Chain Link 1 Littera, Chain Link 2 Awakening. So we... Okay, yeah. Because I always forget that, the Awakening, which order it goes, but we can pop the... What was it? Pop the Typhon with the trap, and then summon back Graflair, and then Graflair can pop the back row. And so we do all that, and then all of our back row is still completely live. Alright, one more win, and we go to Plat 3. The going is a little slow. This is kind of a grindy deck, especially playing... We probably shouldn't have wasted like 15 minutes playing against that Arrival Cybers deck. Alright, 40 cards. We're versus 19,187. Okay. Unfortunately, we didn't maxi at the right time. That was a normal summon, right? Yeah, we do this here. Quick effect. You can target one monster, increase its level, then immediately synchro summon. Oh, it has to be an Elfnote. So they're like, I'll just make... Quick, make Barone! You cannot. You can make it now and give me a card. That's a pretty good one. 2 Medius, not the greatest. And if they have Ash, we might be a little doomed. Or a Maxi of their own, that would destroy us. Do I do this now? Yeah, I think I have to, because if they hit this, I can't do anything. And we're just gonna send Medius, and we're gonna send the Finmel too. Yeah, we need spell traps to discard. They got something they can activate? They can't activate a monster. Oh, okay, good. They just decided to surrender. And now, Legos, it's time for something completely different. If you missed the RB ladder climb, I tried a unique little gimmick that time. I decided for RB, we would order Arby's and do a bunch of food reviews. It's not like the worst thing I've ever eaten. So for Artmage, I figured instead of dressing up like Bob Ross, I would do as Bob Ross does and try to make some art. We have MS Paint open today, and the people who are live here in chat have decided, out of a small poll worth of cards, that they want me to paint Enneacraft Atori Mar. I guess because we had such good duels against Enneacraft today. You know, we did beat them every time we ran into them, even if they were frustrating. So I'm gonna do my best. You know, I'm a little rusty, but I did take like AP art in high school. I probably could have gone to college for design if I had money to go to college, but I did not. So we're gonna try this out. No idea if it'll work. If you want to skip it, you know, there's time codes below. You could skip ahead. And if you like this, let me know down below. Or if you don't like this, also let me know down below. Any feedback is appreciated. So without further ado, let's see what we can do here. Wow, this took way longer than I thought it was, but people enjoyed the podcast. Let's go ahead, you know, blow this up. I think it turned out pretty darn good for being an MS Paint. You know, there's not a whole lot of shading, but if I showed this to you, you would know what it is. I'll probably post it on Blue Sky or something if you want to download this or use it. Who knows, maybe we'll find some way to use this, but it's nice to try out our art. Hopefully next time we won't get something this difficult, or maybe I can try like a different art style. Try that out and see how it works. Either way, let's go ahead into stream number 2.
Anyone can paint.
And welcome back, ladies and non-ladies, to the dawn of stream number 2. Only a day has passed since you've seen me last, and I don't think we're going to be changing up the deck very much. You know, it was performing pretty well, we were having fun, I'm still kind of learning some combos, but I feel like I'm really getting a hang of it, and hopefully we'll be getting into Diamond before too long. That being said, something has changed in the intervening day, something that I think is worth bringing up. We have a new pack, Starved for Destruction, which I gotta say, great album title. You know, if you're a metal band and you're looking for something, Starved for Destruction is great. This introduces quite a few things into here. We got the new Predaplant Starving Venom cards, we've got the new Fairy Tale cards, there's rank 10 trains, and I can't imagine any of those will be doing a whole lot. I mean, we'll probably see them in Platinum, but I don't think any of them are very good. The thing we really have to worry about is Phydralis Harmonia, which, if you don't know, is this weird hand trap that requires you to play 5 synchros in your extra deck, and then you like send a synchro to the graveyard to summon it and pop a card. And then, in addition, if that synchro monster happens to be something like Malong, I think its name is, that like bounces a card, you can get a 2-for-1 out of using this. So very, very powerful, and only makes something like Cool Tune even stronger. So I imagine we'll be running into this, and we won't really get a chance to play this. Unfortunately, there's not a whole lot of support in here that is really relevant to Artmage, or even the K9 version, other than potentially super duper polymerization, which we might play. I also don't think that any of these decks are really going to change up what our tech cards are or how we're playing. But we'll see. The only way to find out is to go on the ladder, see how we perform, and if need be, we can make some changes then. Well, we've been dueling for about 4 minutes and we're already on the 3rd duel of the day. Exciting games brought to you by the Master Duel Shuffler. Oh hey, fusion deployment. So this is not something that's normally played in this deck. It's something I play because I ran out of UR points. I should have a 3rd copy of Medius the Pure, but I was low on UR points and I happen to have a copy of this instead, and this just searches Medius the Pure. Yeah, and we have to negate this. Behold, Royal Ash. Royal Ash counters Foot Ash. The Pure. We're gonna get ourselves the field spell and hope they don't droll us, because that would be bad, chat. No, 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 no. Wait, 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 wait. Fuck. So, chat, we have to do this. Yeah, someone's got it. So we have to special summon this, and then so that we have 3 types, because both Medius and Diactorus are fairies, we have to normal summon the Ash. So now we have a fairy, a zombie, and a warrior, and that allows us, unfortunately, we can use Diactorus' effect to put Ash into defense mode. But I mean, they've got 4 cards, we've got 3 disruptions. Yeah, I think we just stop that. Striker. I think we have to do this. Fuck, when did they get this? Breach Boral. Breach for the sky. Yep, we doing it. I'm sending off that. Yeah! We did it! The high-risk normal summon Ash play pays off, baby! Now let's see if we can get an actual hand that does stuff. Yeah, we try this. Okay, there's the Ash. Let's see if we can draw something first. Oh, that's a pretty good one. So now we can Power Patron. We could try to fuse. Veiler. Yeah, unfortunately that kind of ends it for us. Huh? What? Were they not paying attention? Why did you Veiler the Finmel? Mistakes were made. Yeah, I'll take non-finito. Chain link 1, chain link 2. Let's go ahead and set this counter trap. Use the Artmage field spell. Yeah, I don't know how they could possibly misclick. They're on opposite sides of the field. Unless they dropped their phone or something. Graflario. Draw phase. Yo, what up? Sure. Oh, I should have destroyed that now. I was like, I'll wait for them to tribute something, but I forgot I gave them another normal. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll let them do that. Yeah, we just do this. Chain link 1, Litera. Chain link 2, Awakening. Yeah, unfortunately that does cancel both effects. Oh wait, no it doesn't. But now you just got this fucker who don't do anything. Can't even make Typhon because I only summoned once out of the extra deck. Alright, one more duel and we rank up to Platinum 2. We are not going first, but that hasn't stopped us so far. Granted, every time we've gone second, it feels like we've drawn like Maxi or something else. And now our luck has run out. Yeah, I really do need like a Balatro-ass hand emote. I can't decide whether it should be like just Jimbo from Balatro or it should be like the Pair of Pants card, because that's often what we use. The Forbidden Hand. Okay, at least they bricked 2, so there's that. And this is why you don't surrender, chat. You wait to see if your opponent is bricked 2. If they just had the pay, they're like, my hand stinks. My opponent's gonna dominate me. And I'm sitting there like, I hope they don't realize I could do literally nothing. Alright, we go in first. We got the Arcane Arts. which means we get the free normal summon of Medius. Medius effect. Gets it with Ash or the Owl, or... That's unfortunate because we do give them 1, but as we've shown many times, we can end on fucking nothing. Let's do this. We're gonna activate this. We're gonna send off the Artmage. Finmel. We'll activate this. Activate this. Draw a free card. Opponent cannot target level 6 or lower Artmage with card effects. Gotcha. That's why they hit it with the droll. Okay. I forgot that was there. I have more effects than I thought. You gotta play like Nibiru isn't real, chat. Let's I don't know why I call. There we go. Before the end of the main phase. Yeah, I'll do this. So we're just gonna make Diactorus. That way, in case you've got evenly matched, I can negate that. Hydralia. We finally get to see it. They reveal 5, and we go Counter Trap. No. No, I don't think you will. And now, even if you have, like, a Forbidden Droplet or something, you can't do anything about it. Get that out of here. Get negated. Go back in the fiery water. Oh? You're approaching me. Yeah, I'll use the Imperm on that. It's Elfnote. Yeah, if they're on a Synchro deck and they're playing Medius, it's probably Elfnote. This isn't a quick effect, right? Yeah, so here's where we do Chainlink 1, her. Yeah, I guess we're fine. Add 1 Elfnote monster. I would prefer if you did not. No one remembers Graflair. They think Graflair's just there for style. Get your spell trap off of that field! You think you're a Medius deck? I was born in Medius deck. I don't even know what I'm saying. We did it! We beat the newer Medius deck! And all we had to do was go first and not get hand trapped. Oh, welcome, ya boy Fen. Okay, fortunately I can do something with 2 owls, it's just not great. 2 owls? Non-finito is just 2 owls in a trench coat, chat. Chainlink 1, play around Ash, Chainlink 2, set that on the field, activate, and this way if they have like Droll here, we at least have the trap in the graveyard to do something. Again, if they have Droll, which for some reason I like sensed they had, but clearly I was wrong. But it came back. We activate and add a Medius the Pure. Both of our owls are in the graveyard, so there's no point in summoning Medius the Pure. We can just keep it in hand, because the owl can fuse with stuff in our hand. Draw a card? Yes. Oh, hey, that's a pretty good draw. Yeah, I think that's good. I mean, we do lose big to, like, a Lightning Storm Raigeki here, because we have no negate. Fusion summon using monsters. Oh, I have to control. Oh, I should have put Medius out there. Not much I can do about that. It's main phase only. Ah! Modragon. Get Crocy. We can droll them here. But they can get rid of the field spell, and then I can't search next time. Littera's already gone. I don't know why I couldn't droll after they resolved that. Oh, it's all still draw phase. Okay. Yeah, I think I just do this now. The pop doesn't target! MST, hit the field spell. I can send this off instead. Sure. Second one. But you should have made that before you MST'd. Except you have another MST. Draw 1 card. Or don't. Alright. Looking pretty good, I think. Target 3 Artmage with different names, shuffle them back. Yeah. Rarely used, but very important here. The Owl, Littera. I have a second Graflair, so I'm just going to put back the Acropolis. Unfortunately, I don't get to draw. I can still special summon this because non-finito is an Artmage card while it's a continuous spell. Get wrecked. Very funny. And there we go. We did it. Things were looking a little touch and go there, but we made it out. Oh, also we're gonna rank up. This is the like 7th time tonight. We've been here so often. You can only see this screen so many times. Just make non-finito using you and super poly. Non-finito being a link 0 as long as you have a spell. Just set the counter trap, and now we can't be ashed or drolled. Oh, and actually before I do this, I should go ahead and Finmel because we have a Artmage now. Yeah, we have to try. We'll just hope we draw a spell trap. Heart of the cards. I do have a Barone. It's just Barone pass. How exciting. I guess I have her too. And she can fusion summon, no, only using monsters I control. Rat Pier? Orbo. They just go into... If I ash it, they just rank up. Yeah. No. Finally! Jeez, that was tense. Ugh. Imagine if you set the spell. If I had known. Okay, just barely. We made it out there by the skin of our teeth. All right, artists. We reached the end of another stream, and though we didn't make it into Diamond, I think it's still fine to take a moment, relax, and do something a little creative, something a little artistic. And this time, I'm not working with paint because that took way too long and didn't look as good. I mean, it looked fine for what it was, but instead what I have here is Photoshop CS2, which is a Photoshop so old that I believe Adobe released it for free a while ago. It's like from the 90s. So it's still not the best paint tool, but it should work a little bit better. I've got this cool brush. Let me see if I could show it here. Yeah, it's got kind of like a spray paint kind of effect. So I can make the same color darker or lighter if I want to. And I think that'll give me a lot of possibilities. And this time, the people on chat have chosen for me to draw Crystron K9, which is one of my favorite monsters from one of my favorite archetypes. So we'll take a few moments, relax, and try to draw a nice little K9. And there we go, everyone. A nice, pleasant K9 to look at of our very own. And, you know, I quite like the way it turned out. I tried a little different style here where I put the outlines on, like, the topmost layer and did them last. It gives it kind of a painted look. You know, it's not bad for a mouse and everything. And for the time limit, I mean, I'd like to go back and maybe add some highlights around the eyes and some of the crystals. The background is just a gradient with like a crystallized filter on it, but not half bad at all. You'll have to let me know down in the comments which of these you like more, like this kind of style that's a little more shaded and kind of organic looking, or the stark angular lines that we had with the Enneacraft. And as for what happens in the third stream, I have no idea yet. You will find out, though, as we transition over to the next stream. Ooh.
Don't worry about it. Painting should make you happy.
And here we are, arts and artists, the dawn of stream number 3. A weekend has passed since you've seen me last, and if you can't tell by the score up there, I was able to play a few duels over the weekend. I probably could have done more, but I ran up right against the limit of Platinum 1. One more duel, and we rank up into Diamond 5. And I didn't want to rank up off camera, you know, just come back and be like, hey, we got into Diamond. So we're right on the precipice, but hopefully, if not our first duel, then the first couple duels will rank up into Diamond, and then we'll go from there. As for the deck, it's pretty much the same. I did make one small change. Considering in Platinum that we're not running into a whole lot of branded or cool tune decks, the Super Polys weren't really doing a whole lot. So I switched out them, and I got rid of one Infinite Impermanence for the Fallen and the Virtuous. I mean, this is just a staple spell in general. It's another thing we can discard with Artmage, Academics, Arcane, Arts Acropolis. More importantly, though, in addition to being like a go first weekend set or a go second board breaker, it also can help us going first. Like, if we normal summon the Power Patron or Medius the Pure, and they try to hit it with something like an Imperm or a Veiler, we can destroy our own monster to send it to the graveyard and dodge out of that. And a lot of times, depending on what's in our hand, we can still resolve the fusion, we can still summon this out, or if nothing else, when this goes to the graveyard, it searches something and maybe we can combo off from there. So a small change, I think that's going to bump it up to 1.5, but let's jump on the ladder and see if we can get it done. All right, first duel of the day, and it's a high-stakes battle for me. We're going first, which does bode well. We just gotta hope we don't brick. Ha! This should do it if they don't have Ash. So we normal summon this, we activate the effect. Right now, they still don't know we're on Artmage. Aha! This is exactly how we wrote it up. I don't think so, friend. Send this, pop the Medius. You can't negate me if I'm dead. So we summon the owl anyway. And then we could just use this with the other owl in our hand, but I mean, this Charmy ain't doing anything. So let's just go ahead and summon this back out of the graveyard by shuffling the Charmy back. It did cost me 2 extra cards, but considering the end board we can build from this position. Chainlink 1, Power Patron, Chainlink 2, non-finito. And they surrendered! Because we were going to get the counter trap for whatever else they had in hand. We could stop it from there while having the field spell that allowed us to completely get going. So there you go. First duel of the day. We tried out a new tech. It worked exactly as we wrote it up. And we go into Diamond 5. Ha! No hand traps. But we got 2 board breakers. Oh great, it's an Exosister. If a monster is sent to your opponent's graveyard, even during the damage step, you can activate this effect. Your opponent banishes one of them. That does kind of stop the Fallen and the Virtuous a little bit. I mean, it stops it from recurring things. You can out the spell. Yeah, but I don't think I want to out the spell. Yeah, so now we have to destroy it, otherwise the Vadis becomes like a +4. So we Fallen in the Virtuous, we send this to pop that, and then we chain you, discard this, and we're gonna send the Fallen. Can't activate any traps. They could activate monsters, but their monsters ain't doing much. Okay, let's do this to bait out any Ash they might have. Normal summon. I just realized I needed to keep those in hand. Make Medius an Artmage. Oh, yeah. Wait, hold up. I think we're still good. This time we Chainlink 1, Chainlink 2, and then non-finito can set the field spell. Yeah. There we go, because we've already got the trap. Now we got it. Yeah, we're gonna Graflare. We're going to make them summon 2 from the deck now. Then we're going to normal summon Medius, the Pure. Battle phase. Attack over this. Yeah, I could have done more damage. What does Vadis do again? Shuffle them into the deck during the end phase. Okay, so we don't want them shuffled, we want them destroyed. So let's go ahead and kill this one. Oh, no. Yeah. We do have 2 removals for their 3 cards, so unless they have Martha, we should be pretty set. Or a lightning storm. Yep, they playing all these go second cards. And another betrayal. Hold up. Fuck you. Okay. We ain't quite out of this, but we're in a bad way. I need a monster to summon back Medius. Begun, the top deck wars have. Okay, let's try it. Non-finito can be made with Finmel and a spell. Finito. Imperm. Yeah, I think this is worth it. Go back, Finito. You can only special summon one this way. Oh, but I can't turn him into an Artmage. Yeah, it's not once, but I can't make it again. Yeah, we're just gonna battle. Yeah, we can't be destroyed by battle. But then if we can't banish something while they control a fucking Exosister, we win? Yeah, I think we do. Activate. Maxi! The last desperate hold. Unless this is like Forbidden Droplet. Diactorus has 2,800. Battle? 2,800? It is Forbidden Droplet, son of a bitch! Oh, they're all banished. Son of a bitch, that was the dumbest thing I could have done. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's fine. There's nothing we can do. I'll figure it out afterwards. The point is we do win. Whew. That was a close one. Whoever wins this gets into Diamond 4, and I'm going first. Ha! Doing this. Yeah, I think we still go for Graflair. Graflair and Hope. Hope succeeds, like Obama in his prime. Set this. And then you've seen this part of the combo. Vandalism gets Medius. Medius gets us a free normal summon. Medius gets the Hoot Hoot Owl. Becomes non-finito. Set the counter trap, so Litera. Grab me back the trap card from the deck. Summon back Medius the Pure. And go. And we're gonna give up the spell trap pop, and we're gonna make the Omni Negate right away. Summon animation. So we've got the Omni Negate. We've got Forbidden Droplet on legs. We've got Forbidden Droplet on a spell. We've got a counter trap. We'll go ahead with the Impasto. Get out of here. Spellcaster, Fairy, Warrior. No, we're still good. Yeah, we will negate that. Called by the Grave. Yeah, I guess that does stop me from being able to use both of these, but I'll take it. Droplet. Send off 2 spells? I mean, yeah, I'll stop that with Diactorus. They called by nothing! You're negated. And what's the last card in hand? 07's in the chat to our opponent. They're blinking. They're thinking. They're reevaluating their life, and they're deciding that maybe they should have gone to art school instead of going to hero school. My Hero Academia ain't shit. Learn to paint. And with that, we rank up into Diamond 4. We're making steady progress. From here, it gets a little bit more difficult, a little trickier. Well, we'll see how it goes. This does it, but it makes us a little weak. Ah, Maxi. Well, you see, I am the skillful gamer. See, this is why non-finito is so cool. I can discard Crossout Designator to summon it. Surprise! Were you expecting me? Yeah, so we set the counter trap. Special summon this because we control an Artmage. Field spell. Get a Medius to the Pure. Normal Salmon. Then we activate this. Medius, because we've already got non-finito. Give me the trap card. Yeah, I think this is all right. I ain't answering that. What was this? Urgent schedule. It's train time. Yeah, I think trains need to search. Yeah, I will have to negate that and hope they don't have Forbidden Droplet. Genius! So they get to, they put it here. They're gonna send, they're gonna use this. I think this is the best, like, Finmel target we've got. And that's all she wrote, baby! The power of skillfully drawing Droll is all we needed. What do we do first here? Do we finally get Drolled? Purulia! Ah, that's the worst one for us! Fucking Purulia! Yeah, I think we just gotta go hard. Interesting. Soreneer? Oh, I still gotta return it. Get negated, please. Okay. Oops, all Handtraps the deck. That's what it looks like. Yeah, let's go ahead. Send this. Pop this. If we pop the tuner, it turns off everything we have, chat. Dissipator. Okay. Activate this. That was negated, right? Bye, Sheila. Oh, the effect was negated. Fuck! Now I can't trigger the thing. Yeah, I can't do that. Yeah, we doing this. We get Medius. We activate the Medius. Hopefully that baits out the Dissipator. Now we can do this. Add back Finmel. Summon the Finmel. Free card for us. That's a pretty good one. Negate everyone. Battle phase. Crimson Dragon. Wait, do they not have any more level 10s? I don't know why these can't be destroyed. It's a dragon that was synchroed using this card as material, can't be destroyed by battle. Okay, so neither of them can be destroyed by battle. Yeah, we're just doing this now. Link SP. Okay. So we do this. They're gonna try to banish. And then we're gonna use Masterwork. We can go into the Guardian Chimera with you, and you. Summon this. And then, yeah! We got it! Ever so barely. I don't know why the effect didn't resolve. It don't matter though. Whew. Lose and we lose a rank. I thought we were doing pretty good. This is like the third duel in a row where they've made us go first. Going second can't be that powerful, right? Ancient Gear. I do know that deck, so maybe I'll have a chance. Let's try this. Okay, no Droll. If they're on a blind second deck, then we need to be going for the Omni Negate. So we add Medius. Go for the Power Patron. They're a powerful patron. We want to counter trap ASAP for Nib. You just gotta play like Nib doesn't exist. I'm much more worried about like a dozen board breakers. I would rather have a spell trap. Well, I guess I can do both because I have everything, right? There's another... Yeah, so you know what? Let's add this to our hand. And then we can use this fusion deployment to get Littera, activate Littera. Let's grab back this. Okay, we just gotta hope no like lava golem spear mode. Yeah, we do have to negate that. Special schedule, that gets the ash. They've got the urgent schedule after all. The choo-choos are here. Okay, for flare. We don't use the other thing, we just bring back this. They summon Citadel. It's not negated. I mean, it's negated now. Then we use this. We Nerva. Activate. Chain this to wipe the entire field. We have defeated the final boss to stay in. I mean, I guess maybe it's too. No, I was like, I don't want to get too confident, but I'm pretty sure this is like 6,000, and then this just gets us back Litera, or not Litera, but the Finmel, and then Finmel is more than enough. So there we go. We don't rake down, but I think that's where we're gonna call it for tonight. All right, ladies and non-ladies, we have reached the end of another session, which means it's time for more art. And the chat has voted this time for Cupsy Yummy. So that's what I'm going to try to do. And even though the style is kind of similar to how I did Citri, I want to kind of change it up, you know? I want to make some artistic license with this one. I think I'm going to try to go for something a little bit bolder, something more cell-shaded looking, kind of similar to what I did originally with the Atori Mar, but we're going to be a few more layers this time. I'm working back in Photoshop yet again, so we'll see how that goes. I will go ahead and just say, while we're here though, if you like any of these images and you would like to save them for yourself, I will be posting them on my Blue Sky, which is, you know, I don't usually talk about my social media because I don't do a ton there, but if you want notifications of when I go live, if you want updates when occasionally I make cool, new, interesting things like The Legend of Lefty, or just in general, like if you want to know my thoughts every once in a while, that's the only place I have. I don't have a Facebook, I don't have a Twitter or anything. There's a link down in the description. Consider checking that out. Otherwise, let us begin. But there we go! Our own Cupsy Yummy, done in a more cell-shaded style. It's, you know, I think I'm my own worst critic. I kept going into this being like, the eyes aren't quite how I like. It's not as good as I was hoping it would be when I started, but I think it turned out pretty neat. It looks adorable. It looks cute. It's very close to the art, especially when they zoom out like this. You know, it's a trick with art. The more you zoom out, the better it looks. So another one in the history books. Let's go ahead on to the next stream.
So I thought today we'd do a happy little painting, one that'll really make you feel good in here.
All right, happy little trees. Here we are, the dawn of stream number 4, the official halfway point. 3 streams lay behind us, 3 streams lay ahead, and I thought it was time to start taking things seriously. I mean, we've already been pretty good. Our win rate is way above 50%. And honestly, we could probably ride pure Artmage a little bit further, maybe even to the top of Diamond. But I wanted to make sure we didn't get stuck this month. So I'm switching to the version that most people swear by. This is the one that has one, like a YCS, and it's something I call Barkmage. There's a couple different names for it, but I like this one. And it's Artmage mixed with K9, which I have not played before, and, you know, I've been trying to learn the combos. It's a little complicated, but I think I got a handle on it. And the weird thing about this is that there's not really a whole lot of synergy between these decks. You know, there's not a bridge that connects them. The closest thing you can do is make Saryuya and then hope you draw into one half of the combo. That being said, it's really easy to open one part of your K9 combo and one part of your Artmage combo, and then just do both things. They don't conflict with each other, and a lot of the weaknesses of one help to make up for the weaknesses of the other. One of the big problems you have in Artmage is that you're really vulnerable to Handtraps, specifically things like Ash and Droll Lockbird, and the K9 package offers you a way to, without searching, make a Ripper which is a rank 5 Ixie that lets you negate specifically a card that activates in hand. So you can make this, then you're protected from Nibiru, you're protected from Droll, you can stop an Ash, and then you can proceed to do the full Artmage combo if you have it. If you don't, if you've drawn into nothing but the K9 combo, then you can go ahead and try to make Saryuya on top of the Ripper, or just end on standard K9 stuff. And since this is a deck I haven't showed off on the show before, I'm going to go ahead and do a short little K9 101. We'll hop into the solo mode. I'll show you what a one-card combo looks like. And that way we're all on the same page as I try to combine these two onto the ladder. So let's roll over there and learn some things. Alright, so I'm going to show you what we can do with just one card in K9. Specifically Noroi, which is probably the best starter. It's why I played it in 3. If you're unfamiliar with the K9s, they're all level 5s, but most of them have the effect that if your opponent has 2 or more cards in hand, you can normal summon them without tributing. So we're just going to go ahead and normal summon the Noroi, because when it's normal summoned, you can special summon any K9 from out of your deck. And we're going to go ahead and go for the Jokel. I think we might do something different since we started with Jokel, but we're just ignoring this for now. Now, even though both of these are glowing, we want to ignore the temptation and instead go ahead and make Ripper right here. Because as I said, this negates any hand trap. So if they have an Ash, if they have a Droll, we can stop it with this. Then what we're going to do is we're going to detach the Jokel, and we're going to get Lantern. Lantern says you can target a level 5 non-pyro K9 in your graveyard, summon it and that monster. Which is really kind of weird because the only pyro is Lantern, so it could just say any K9 except itself, like whatever, it's fine. And then once you've got these on the field, you can do a whole bunch of searching. Jokel lets you add any non-aqua, again, it's the only aqua, so you can add anything. Azuna's like a hand trap, so we can get one of her. And Lantern lets you get any K9 spell trap. Usually what you're going to get is Case for K9, which lets you search anything. So if we didn't have this Jokel in hand, we would use this to then get the Jokel. And then what we could do is use the Jokel plus whatever we searched, and Jokel in hand is reveal another level 5, summon both. So we're going to do this, we're going to summon both. And here's the thing where stuff gets wonky, right? Like, if they'd activated a hand trap at any point, we can summon Azuna from our hand. Because Azuna just says, during the main phase, if your opponent has activated a monster effect in the hand or graveyard, summon this from your hand. We're playing against the AI in I think it's the Dino-Mist deck, so they don't have any hand traps, but presumably they'd either do that, or unless they're like a master of chaining off, we would have used this effect already, this is useless. In which case, what we want to do is use 4 monsters to make Saryuya Skuldred. They have to be monsters with different names. We have 2 Jokels, so we have to use the Azuna, but presumably we would have already used that. And then Skuldred is draw 4, put 3 on the bottom of your deck. So what we can do here is just be like, well, yeah, that's good. We want Droll to like stop our opponent's turn. We'll put the Ash back, that'll be fine. And we could probably put this back. And then we've just drawn into the entire Artmage combo. It's just discount Artmage combo warehouse. We can use the Graflare. Even though we've already normal summoned, this gives us the extra normal summon of Medius. We've got an extra card up here we could special summon. So we could just do the entire Artmage combo, but we did it through several disruptions. You know, even if they had hand traps, we can do everything. And, you know, depending on what they do, depending on what else we have in our hand, we can often end with like the Artmage combo plus a Ripper, plus something else, one of the rank 5s, which you'll see when we do in the actual duels. But hopefully you can see the general premise of what we're trying to do here and how it might work. And of course, if we don't draw any of the K9 cards, then we're just playing Artmage like we did before. It's just the same exact stuff. I don't think we're missing anything. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump on the ladder and see how this works against a real opponent. Alright, I have been here for almost 2 hours, and this is the first duel of the day. We've lost the coin toss. We're probably going to go late tonight. Hopefully chat has me draw something fairly simple so we're not here forever. We did get a turn-ending hand trap. No K9 stuff, but we do have, like, full Artmage combo. I'm pretty sure Vaalmonica needs to add stuff. What can Vaalmonica do in the face of Droll and Lockbird? They're still going. They're doing some stuff. Maybe even some things. They can Fiendsmith? Yeah, because they are... One of them is like a light fiend. Hollow Heathen. If your opponent special summons a monster, you can immediately link summon. Gotcha. Okay, it doesn't look like they have the Fiendsmith combo. I did a Let's Learn on these once. I believe what this can do, if a card would be destroyed, though I believe all they can do is gain 1200 plus whatever the back row is. We'll start with the Acropolis. When a spell trap or monster effect is activated, you can negate it. And then they can activate it again. Yeah, let's try this. I don't think we'll need the cross-out designator. Wait, they didn't have a trigger to do it. They had Droll. Yeah, I do need to do that. Which unfortunately turns off a lot of stuff. Yeah, Droll usually solos us. Yeah, we are still going to Varnish. Yeah, get this out of the deck. He's pure. I thought they would have another spell trap or monster negate, and it doesn't appear so. You can go in as this. Get me a counter trap. Yeah, I think we need to play it safe and negate this. As tempting as it is to go in with the Graflare and just start popping scales. Oh, actually, we could do all of it now. So let's negate everything. And then we pop this thing with the counters on it. I'm not afraid to die. I believe they could still... No, they're negated, so they can't use this effect to trigger the trap in the graveyard. Yeah, we'll continue the attack. And then we'll go ahead and do this. That's game. They're making us go first. How does this keep happening? And we have not drawn a single... We try to activate the owl. For some reason, I thought we still had a link, but we've gotten rid of all of them except for Skuldred, so this is kind of useless. The only other hope is that we activate this, we draw, and then maybe we get something good. Always gamble. If Chad wants to gamble, we'll gamble. And now we've got Lantern, which is useless. Yeah, we'll ash that. It's not something I expected, chat. If they make Black Rose, now we can negate it with Finmel. Okay. Then they've got 2 level 5s. Yeah, it's best to stop that. They got a second one. They make the Ixie, and then we negate it with Finmel. Yeah, what they should do is go to battle here. Yeah, we negate this. So stop them from searching. They bring back this. And now, chat, we hit them with the big stompy. It's me. Activate. And that effect destroys the whole field. Oh no, your Lupus is banished. Now granted, this Lantern does nothing in my hand. I do got him on a clock, though. 33. Set. Your move. Yeet. Okay, yeah, this gives us a pop in addition to what we had before. Alright, draw your last pathetic card, Netto. Alright, it looks like we got him. Go Nerva! Attack for game! Yes! Alright, doing good so far. We rank up if we win this one, and this is the first time we get to select to go first. Let's go. Once again, no K9s, we're here. We've got like all the hand trap protection in the world. I think they have to have specifically in perm. I forget if we're playing in perm at this deck. This lets us make the Chimera if we want it. Yeah, I think this is the better option. Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and pitch the cross-out designator, and we're gonna add the last owl instead. And that ensures that we can ash and then still retain one monster in hand to use for the Chimera. Of course, the fact that they didn't have any hand traps means they probably got all the gas in the known galaxy, but not the galaxy gas. That would be different. Chance to pop a spell trap? I'll do that. Yeah, this seems like the best use of this. And there we go. We just had everything. Have you messed around with Doomsday at all? Nope. I haven't really seen anyone play it either. Can they beat us with 4 remaining cards? Okay, it's branded. The old Ash Yahoo commercial. Oh, have you not seen the Neil Cicierega song? Where he like turns the old Yahoo jingle into like an unearthly experience. So I can do this, and maybe they'll waste the thing on it? Yeah. Oh, fuck. I was like, and then I can activate this to search it, but that's not how it works. I needed to do it in the reverse order. Yep, let's try this. Yeah, I think that's funny. Now it's not negated. Also, I'm popping this card, whatever it is. Sure, okay, they do have to return their own Arthelion. Yeah, and now I can Alteration. Ash Blossom! Okay, we're still in decent shape here, though, I think. We can normal summon, we can get the Hoot Hoot Owl. Hey, we got it! Yeah, and we have also won a surprising number of coin tosses. Well, to be fair, this is a go first counter, not a coin toss counter. Okay, let's start by putting the field spell up. Activate Griflario. We said this, because we've already got this. They could Ash this, but now we can Azuna. Azuna Matata. What a wonderful phrase. Azuna is going to send Lupus, and because our opponent activated a hand trap this turn, Lupus returns. Ripper. In the extra monster zone. And go ahead and activate this. We're going to detach her. I think we grab Naroi because we haven't normal summoned yet, right? And we're not going to get to the Medius. Yeah. So we get the Naroi, we normal summon, and then we can go through like the Nash Knight line to get an extra negate. We will have got, yeah, we had it way above and beyond. So there you go, you finally get to see how the K9 portion helps. All right, we were about to rank down earlier, now we're about to rank up. We win another coin toss. I will say, I'm pretty sure this deck can brick, but at least so far, adding the K9s has done that. It's made it much more difficult to brick. Yeah, we will Ash that. Because we want to keep this if we can. Oh, brother! You know, I've heard there's a hack or a cheat or something that allows you to see your opponent's hand, and it did kind of feel like they could see that draw. I know what Fahuku Gods is, but I'm not sure where it was a game changer. I'm like, Magic the Gathering? Does the board wipe fusion come up often enough for other people playing the deck? Yes. I absolutely, like, I would say you absolutely need to include the board wipe fusion. That has won me many a game. Part of the power of the owl is being able to decide whether or not you want to go into Littera, Deactorus, or the other one. It's also the out to Enneacraft, true. They have a thing that lets you respond to cards that would destroy, but you're activating an Artmage card effect, and then this is chaining and saying that card effect destroys. but neither the card effect you activate nor this destroys cards when it's activated. So they can't chain the thing that makes them undestructible. Before the end of the main phase. Now I've got an untargetable Typhon. If I activate the effect, they can chain the Zaylin and do something, but if I just attack over it... Okay. We could just attack over the Zaylin. Oh yeah, we can tribute Typhon for the Naroi. I mean, now they have more than 4 cards, so we don't need to. RS, which has its effects turned off because it's over 3,000. I could just bounce it back. I'm gonna wait and see if they summon anything else, because right now we've got the Naroi online. They've got more than 4 cards, so we can normal, varnish. You got an Ash too. I will try to called by that. Yeah. Let's activate Graflare, and it surges when it activates from hand, so they can't even stop this with the Mourner they added. Let's go ahead and add Medius the Pure. We get the extra normal summon. Let's pop this back row. That's a nice card you have in hand. Be a shame if you couldn't activate it. Yeah, I mean, they gotta try, right? And there we go! The K9 helps! So yeah, from there, Ripper can get the Jokel. Jokel can summon the other Naroi from the hand. We can make the thing. And then we can normal summon Medius and do the full combo. And then at the end of everything, just bounce the RS back. Okay, I was wondering what the victory condition was gonna go. Alright, okay. That fucking sucks. So like, hello there. Do this. This. Lupus summons itself. +1. But then we gain protection from any hand traps they might draw off of that. Yeah, we detach Azuna. You want to keep the Lupus because it gives targeting protection. Might as well. Yeah, I think we're fine. I think we just want to play it kind of low. So what we can do here is Medius the Pure. Don't special summon. Instead, we add it to the hand. Normal summon. We just do it like this. Give them a second one. And then that's all the draws they get. So they went +1 off of that. And then we do the Truffle Shuffle. Littera time. They got something they can activate. I don't know what it is. We get this. Oh, we should have gotten the other guy, and then we could have searched because we haven't used... I could have had Azuna on top of everything else. Well, maybe if we draw another spell. Yeah, I think that's probably better. We just discard a case for K9. The fusion spell, so we can make the Chimera. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Plus max C. I'm feeling pretty confident. We'll just go ahead and throw this in the draw phase and be like, do you want to try, or I kind of just had the nuts here. We've been bamboozled. What order they do this in is going to be very important. Doing that first, eh? Yep, we imperm here. So we stop them from getting everything back. They get the Rahu. Negate the Diactress, which makes sense. And then at resolution, we pop the face down. Dragoon. Try to chain some things. Chain Link won this. Summon back the Lupus. If I can make another Typhon during their turn, then it turns off the Dragoon. And then I can hit it with Littera. And then once it's negated forever. Alright! One more win, and we rank up into Diamond 1, and we win another coin toss. There's so many episodes of this show where at the end I'm like, well, we did pretty good, but we couldn't rank up because we lost too many coin tosses. And this is one where we finally got the opposite, where like, I don't think I could reasonably say like, oh, this deck is really that great because we've won way more coin tosses than we should. Let's start with this. Let's go ahead and Graflare. It's a pretty damn good hand. The Vandalism gets me Medius the Pure. And like if they Ash this, not only do we Designator it, but then it turns on the Azuna. So unless they also have like the Ash and they just, or not the Ash, but the Maxi and they saved it, like we're just like in an amazing position. I totally worked hard for that and didn't just like happen to get it. Yo, what up? Oh, okay, hold up. Well, you know, that still does the thing of like, if they're using it here, oh, that's a cool trick. Anyway, here's Jokel. What's up? All roads lead to Ripper. Your other hand traps are not. Deck 2 busted, at least going first. Holy shit. We've still got 2 more episodes, or 2 more streams, I should say. But it's looking pretty good so far. I'm gonna call it for tonight because we've been here for almost 5 hours and I still gotta do some art. But things looking good so far. We just gotta hope. We gotta hope that the coin toss rate doesn't catch up with us and we get like 30 tails in a row or something. Alright, art fans, by now you should know the drill. We've reached the end of the stream, which means it's time to do some art as chosen by the Twitch chat, and they would like me to do Bean Soldier, an old fan favorite normal monster that should be quite simple to draw. I have a basic idea, but it's really going to depend if they have the right brush on Photoshop, so wish me luck, and we'll see how it turns out. And there we are, ladies and non-ladies, our very own render of Bean Soldier, which I tried not to make it look like a crayon drawing again, but that's kind of how the texture just worked out. I'm still getting used to this whole Photoshop thing, but still not bad. I think it turned out pretty nice. Hopefully you enjoyed. Again, this will be going up on the Blue Sky. For now, though, on to Stream 5.
Just make up little stories. This is your world, so however you want it.
Welcome back, art students. We've arrived at the penultimate stream. Only 2 more chances to make it into Master, and we're doing pretty good so far. Last time we got all the way up into Diamond 1. This is still going to be a struggle. You know, last month we got this far and then got knocked all the way back to Diamond 5, so here's hoping that won't happen. But we've still got a pretty good win-loss ratio, and we've got a pretty solid deck. In fact, I don't think we're going to be changing things up. This is going to be one of those months where it's like a 2-hit wonder, you know. The first deck we made was perfect up until we got into High Diamond, and now this one's looking pretty darn solid. I can't think of anything we'd want to change. Fortunately, the deck itself is so varied and has so much nuance in how you can play it, that even with this same build, I feel like we've been getting a whole lot of different kinds of duels. A lot of different scenarios have played out. It's been really fun. I'm enjoying this so far, and I'm hopeful that we'll be able to get into Master. So let's hop on the ladder and see if we can get it done. All right, first duel of the day, and we're going first, which is exactly what we want to do. Going first makes me feel alive. I go first, and I shit my pants. 3 of a kind. It's not 3 of a kind. These are different. Okay. Unfortunately, we're kind of just like we don't have anything to go into. I might as well, right? So we're gonna rip her up. We're going to detach the Jokel, activate the effect. We're going to grab the Spell Trap, put Noroi on here. Noroi, get the last Azuna. And we've finally done it, chat. I've locked myself. Noroi. Oh, except K9 monsters. Oh, while you control that face-up monster. Gotcha. Oh, by that monster, and I summoned the Azuna. So let's take a peek. Ah! Evenly matched is a problem. And they also still have the Ash. Fuck. Yeah, you know what? it's better to just do this because we're gonna lose everything anyway. They'll probably Ash this, but that means they'll have no Ash for the Maxi. They didn't Ash it. This. If they Ash, we can, nah, you know what? Let's just put back this. Perfect. Medius the Pure. Medius gets us the Hoot Hoot Owl. Oh, now they do it. Okay. We summon her. We add back this. Graflair sets the fusion. And then at the start of the episode, or at the start of the duel, we can make the Medius fusion. Oh yeah, Fallen and the Virtuous. We could still make Illa Sylvia using these two. This is an Omni Negate. She can negate the evenly. Battle phase, they go for the evenly. We negate with Illa. Now that we've stopped the evenly, we can bring back Lupus. And now we have 3 different types. Not so fast, gamer. Graflair will get rid of that. Yeah! And then I think the Lupus can make Jax with the Graflair, and we can pop the other one and just guarantee we've got it. All right, one more win, and we rank up into Master, and we win the coin toss for the 3rd time today. You play 3 duels, you win the coin toss, you don't brick. Granted, it feels nigh impossible to brick in this kind of deck. I think we need to try this first. If we can Naroi, then we can block for other hand traps. And if they droll, then we're a little doomed. Okay, they did not droll. So let's use the normal on Naroi. I think you've probably seen this part of the combo enough at the moment. And then we can get our Searchy Search, get an Azuna to help protect against future hand traps and give us another disruption. We get the Forced Release, which we probably just discard. Oh. Yeah, I mean, this feels pretty unstoppable. It's Magician Girls. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this to start off. Because it just negates, banishes, send a card from your hand to the graveyard. Yep, let's just try this. I don't want to underestimate them because they may be like the best Shining Sarc player that the world has ever seen. Miasma Necromancer. Yeah, we'll stop that. And there we go. We rank up into Master off the back of a deck that doesn't feel like it should be the gatekeeper to Master, you know? It's like you roll up to Fort Knox and there's like a 12-year-old dressed as a firefighter. Supreme luck. So we can Jokel. Fair enough. I can just get all the setup in the world for next time. Let's try this. So they're starting with 1 extra card, but we've got almost full combo. Plus we've got the Azuna in hand, so we can potentially do something next time. Yeah, and then we'll just shuffle back the Lantern to put this on field so we can make the Omni Negate as soon as our turn starts. Okay, and now that it's like nothing happened. The Fualos didn't even hurt us. Oh, I needed to do this. Yeah, we're gonna use herself. Oh yeah, if they can get Super Poly, everything's light. Yeah, we just use this while we can. Yeah, use this while we can. Yep, that's fine. Huh? What? What in the Sam Hill? You searched Super Poly, didn't you? They didn't have a target for it. They had Super Poly, and they're not playing Mud Dragon, and they're not playing Garua. It was all the mind games. They're just hoping I really had dark monsters. Oh. You. No, I mean you. Well, I gotta assume if that's your only move, then you're not gonna like this Ash Blossom. Never mind. Also, Chad, I bought this little fidget toy because I felt it was better than, like, spinning around like a necklace or whatever. But one, it's surprisingly loud. And also, even after a couple days, the ball bearings on this thing aren't really, like, smooth anymore. It doesn't spin, like, easily. I mean, the other parts of it, it is, like, 4 fidget toys in one, because this is kind of like the spinner. There's, like, a ball bearing thing. And then you've also got this, like, different kind of spinner that you can just, like, spin the little wheelie-doo on it. And then on this side, it's got one of these, like... I don't know what you would call it. I assume you can hear it on the mic there. And then on this side, it's got a little, like, button that you can click in. Just a little clicky-clack. I need one that, like, the ball bearings are oiled up and they ain't gonna do anything anytime soon. The Minecraft potion toy, yeah. Where it sounds like I'm chugging a potion in Minecraft, just like... delicious. We need to start with the K9 half of everything. Okay, going for clip immediately. QRS. Typhon. Goodbye, Typhon. Will they let me Exceed summon? No. Okay. I think I just try to beat over the Rico to prevent them from keeping something on the field. RS again. Make a second one. Okay. Yeah, we normal summon this way. What can I make with this? Funny joke. Hi there. Hi there. And then we'll chain the second effect. Go ahead, Zaylin. Negate the Power Patron. I know you want to. They're a little confused as to what's going on. I don't blame them. Ah, they're just doing both. Okay, so you're negated. You're negated. But Power Patron went to the graveyard, so I'll just get me the trap. Negate everyone forever. Let's discard the Forced Release. Activate Graflare. Set the Fusion. Up the JJ. Alright. It is before the end of the main phase. Yeah. Yeah, I might as well just do this. Because they're going to kill this anyway. Cool Tune Synchro? Oh, you wish, buddy. Yeah, I'll just go ahead and get one of these. This gets me just about everything. Alright, gamers. I think we've got this. Switch Nerva to attack mode. Activate the Littera. Summon Finmel. Let's have everything. Just kidding. Everything blows up. Battle phase. Oh, we got it. Ladies and gentlemen, we beat the Cool Tune. Going second. Valor, maybe? No, it's battle phase. Alright, we've been here all day. We made it into Master easily, but getting into Master 4 has been a bit of a tricky pickle. We got one more chance. We're at the 4-hour mark. We'll probably have to call it here. And I think next time we've got to deck out things to go second a little bit more. A couple Charmies or something. Maybe play more than 40 cards so we stop drawing Forced Released. Seems to happen every time. Yeah, we just gotta let it go. They've still got their normal summon. They've still got other things. This could be like literally anything. Mirage Stalio. I guess we stopped that. Maybe they can normal summon another Salad, but hopefully that stops them from getting to the best card. Another one. Alright, linking off. Can they make Sunlight Wolf? No, that ain't Sunlight Wolf. Hita. And then Hita can grab back the Ash, and then you can make Promethean Princess, summon back the Mirage Stalio, make some kind of Fire Link 4 that might help you. Rage and Phoenix. The question is, did they draw one of the trap cards that, like, helps them out? Because if they got the counter, like, if they got Roar, I think I'm just dead. Lupus! It's always Lupus in Forced Release. Okay, we summon the Griflair. Yeah, so then we do this. Forbidden Droplet. Okay, they negate that. They pop him. Okay. Ah, brother! Yeah, we just making Lupus. We Lupus, and then we go into Typhon, and then we bounce this so they can't revive anything. And then they're on 2 cards while I have an Ash. If they destroy this, then we get to search something, and if they don't destroy the field spell, that something will be a 1-card starter. So we're not completely out of this. Yeah, we just Ash that. I never played Salamangreat, but I know they could send, like, I think it's Spinny, and then Spinny summons itself back, and then they do a whole combo where they get the counter trap. This still gets them to this, and then they can make a second one and, like, protect it, but that don't do a whole lot. They didn't even attack the Power Patron. That's the really good one, except we have nothing. No, we have Griflair. Activate Litera. Give me my Griflair back. Griflario. I think if they have Torrential Tribute, then it, like, kills us in half. Unfortunately for you, I have Spell Trap removal, and they realized it. All right! Again, not the thing I would have expected to rank up. We've been going against a lot of Cool Tune. Surprising number of Cool Tune and Master 5, but we beat Salamangreats and get into Master 4. All right, fellow artists, for the end of this stream, chat has decided that they want me to draw the Humble Marshmallow. Perhaps one of the simplest and most easy to draw monsters in all of Yu-Gi-Oh! Let's see if I can complicate that a little bit, shall we? And there you go, chat! My own Marshmallow. And it's only a little disturbing looking. It's... I decided I was going to try for a lot more granular shading, a lot more realistic style shading, which doesn't work great on a Marshmallow, but it looks interesting on a Marshmallow, and that's what art's about. It's about making you think about stuff. So, you know, comment in the comments what you think of this, and we'll get on into the last and final stream.
Just beat the devil out of it.
And here we are, students, dawn of the final stream. Our last chance to get Artmage as high as possible. And you know, we're doing pretty good. We got into Master 4, especially considering we started in Platinum. I think we're doing really well. And I think this deck does have what it takes if you really grind it out to get into Master 1. I'm unsure if we'll be able to do that tonight. Mostly because we have a big problem going second, and I'm unsure which of the go second tools works best in this format. There's not a whole lot of information because there's not a lot of decks specifically playing Artmage in this format right now. It's a very, very rogue deck. And one of the things that make this deck interesting in terms of trying to decide these go second tools is that you really want spell traps more than monsters, because you can discard them with the field spell and get things. So we're going to try and experiment. I'm sure this isn't right, but I wanted to try this out and see how it works. You know, if nothing else, we'll learn something for science. This is 50 card Barkmage. So we're mostly going in on triple tactics talents and evenly matched and a third copy of Imperm. So those are going to be our board breaker type of cards. This is obviously good going first and second. This is only good going second. But again, as long as we can get to the Academy, we can always just discard this for something else. We also put in 1 Purulia, because, it's a go second tool, but more importantly, it'll help us if we get cross out, because this just kills us in half. So being able to have 1 more card that potentially stops it with the cross out designator makes this a little bit better. Now 50 cards, I'm a little iffy on. Obviously it makes everything less consistent. It makes it less likely that we'll get these powerhouse cards like Droll and Maxi that end things. But it also makes it less likely that we'll draw our Forced Release or our Lupus, which seemed to happen in like 70% of our duels last time. I don't know how many times we drew this fucking spell card that we don't need and don't especially want. So hopefully, now that we've got 3 copies of Evenly and Triple Tack, we'll be more likely to draw those. So we're gonna try this out, see how it goes, and if it does terribly, we can kind of, like a sculptor, whittle this down, shape it into something that works a little bit better. Maybe one or more of these will prove better, maybe like a 45 card deck. Maybe we could throw in more Molt Charmies, even though they aren't spell traps. Only time will tell, so let's jump on there and see what we can craft up. All right, starting off the first day and going first, yet again. Our go first rating is still above average. Ha! Go ahead and start with this. Pretty. Imper. And that doesn't trigger either of my things. We can just do this though. And we'll get the owl, normal the owl. Let's turn Medius into an Artmage. We're gonna go non-finito this time. Ah! Unfortunately for them, since they destroyed it, I do still get the search, which is what I really wanted. So we got our way to the trap. We can now discard the trap. I'll risk it and hope they don't have imperm or evenly. Okay, so Chain Link 1, Litera. Chain Link 2, Awakening. You can be destroyed by trap effects. And then the owl came back, stronger than before. He was an owl and he came through the door. Yeah, I'll go and hit this. Ah, the Dark Magician of Destruction. I would prefer if you did not. And let's go ahead and just do this now. And now, to add insult to injury. Surprise, I was on K9 the whole time. Too strong, too powerful. Oh, brother. This could have easily gone bad for me. This could have easily gone very, very bad. I am for... Also, not a 60 card deck. They're on a 59 card deck. Because 60 is too bricky. They had to have consistency. Okay, we got some of our go second cards. I'm liking that. I'm picking up what they're putting down. All right. A real fun haver. Ah, super deluxe fun haver. We do like this evenly matched, yeah. Evenly matched and triple tack. So if they make the Arise Heart, it will trigger automatically, and then we can steal it. Well, we lost our 1 case for K9. Necro Snuggles has redeemed a honk. Critter, can you give a message for Necro Snuggles in these harsh times? Oh. Silver Star 95 would like something as well. Oh, I see. My girl likes to honk it all the time, honk it all the time. Battle phase? Time for things to get a little more evenly matched. Goodbye. Okay. Typhon, yeah, I think that's the best way to do it. Bounce this. And then I think we just draw 2 and hope we get some traps or hand traps. We should be able to stop whatever they do from going off with the Ash and the Droll. Yeah, we've just got to hope that with 2 cards and us having all the starters, we can Ash or Droll whatever they want to do. Didn't even have to try it. The evenly works out, baby. Alright, chat. This is a very special duel. Not because we're gonna rank up or anything, but because of our opponents. Today, we are facing against the one and only Jumbo Tin Con. Yep, we're gonna start with this. Finmel. Oh, that's about as bad as it could get. I think we can still do some stuff, though. Send off this. We make the non-finito. The non-finito gets us the counter trap. Yeah. Then we can Litera, add back the fusion. So we've got fusion, imperm, counter trap. It's not great, but you never know what they got. If I add this back, then I can make the Chimera. The Chimera can pop 2, draw 1, and then I'll still have a fusion because this is just you can banish a fusion to do it. Yeah. We can let them do the whole fucking Fiendsmith line and then just imperm it out. And then once they extend a little bit further where they have 2 cards, that's when we hit them with the Chimera. And then we have the counter trap to follow that up if they can somehow survive. Yeah, I think I'd have to do it here, and then I save the imperm for later. Wait for them to attach first. Now they go for this, and then we activate Masterwork. Bet you weren't expecting me, huh? So I still have a counter trap, and I still have imperm. Yeah, we have to stop this. It gets too much. Huh? Ryuge Warzone? You know, Fiendsmith, understandable. It's in everything. It could literally be anything. It could even be in Voiceless Voice. Ryuge 2? Now I'm a little confused. This seems a bit strange, but I guess it does do everything. All you gotta do is play 6 bricks. Can they just summon all 3 of these and get me 3,000? Yeah, it's just 9,000 attack on board. Bricks, the movie, the game. Of course they had the Dino Domain. Why wouldn't they? Okay, I'm not dead. They can't make Gustav, thankfully. Oh wait, no I'm not. Because I can just attack over it with this. Unless they got some protection I'm unaware of. I didn't read everything on the field. Ah, how unfortunate. Whatever will I do? Anyway. And what I need to do is actually use this. Put you, and you back. What do they got that they can do? Harmonia, gotcha. Any monster sent? Yeah, so this won't trigger during this turn. Yeah, I just get the girl. Discard the counter trap to get the, whatchamacallit. Oh, I could have just gotten this the whole time. Yeah, fuck, what am I thinking? So we get Griflair, we set the one that lets me search a monster, we pop this. Now they're a wee bit scared. This deck's ability to rebuild after destruction is just astounding. I mean, one way or another, be negated. And there we go. Draw phase, get rid of that. Oh, whoops. I was supposed to chain the trap and then pop this. It is before the end of the main phase, you say. Yeah, we just do this. And we got it. Okay. That was interesting. I will say that does bring up an interesting point with decks, because I feel like there's such a fine line between you get beaten by like the absolute epitome of a meta deck and it's just like, okay, this is the same thing I've seen a million times, and then running into something like this where, you know, it should be original, it should be something I'm excited to see, but there's something just as equally groan-worthy about someone trying to slop together so many disparate things. Like, there's a real fine line between, like, creative deck building that is impressive, that you can be, like, appreciative of, and something just running into, like, Oh, I see, you're slopping it up, and now I just feel bad for losing to it because there's no way this works, right? There's no way that, I mean, they are in Master 4, so it must have worked against someone, but holy slop pile, Batman. There's Melodious. We didn't even see the Melodious. And they've got like one Denko Sekka, they've got one Spear Mode, they've got, is that fucking Invader of Darkness? Just in case they go up against Radiant Typhoon. They want to have the opposite. But yeah, I think that's it's an interesting discussion point. Let me know what you think down in the comments as we go ahead. Alrighty, so we're not doing too well. We haven't deranked or anything, but we haven't ranked up either. We're just kind of existing in the ether. And a lot of it has to do with our go second win rate. We're still having a lot of trouble when we don't win the coin toss. And so I think a lot of that has to do with like the garnets we're running. These are non-negotiable. I feel like we still need to play all 3 of these, but I went ahead and took out the forced release. And then I also surprisingly cut Tazuna down to 1, because even though in theory this is a go second card that lets us play during our opponent's first turn, we have never actually been able to Ixie summon with this. Between the Fallen and the Virtuous and Forbidden Droplet and just people making a negate before they commit to activating anything in the hand or graveyard, all this does is like waste a card in our hand that would be better if it was a board breaker or something. It's honestly much better going first. If you get hand trapped, you can then activate this and extend further, or even search it off of something like a case for K9. Honestly, if I had more UR points, I'd probably just craft 2 more of those, because I think it might be a little bit better in this format specifically. For now, though, we're just going to try to cut it down to 47, see if that makes things a little bit more consistent, and jump back onto the ladder. Alright, it has been a long day with a lot of fights. We haven't made a lot of progress, but we're 1 duel away from ranking up into Master 3. And you know what? I think I'll take it. That's still better than a lot of the previous decks we've been playing. And they gave me the worst possible going first hand that I've ever gotten. Your move, buddy. Go Purulia. I should hopefully, I don't think there's hardly any decks except maybe like Labyrinth that can get away with like ending a board without giving you a draw off Purulia. Dracotail? Yeah, Dracotail potentially. Oh, you're trying to draw, are ya? I don't think I like that. No, you gotta work with what you got. It's Sky Striker 100%. I don't think it's Sky Striker. Do we just stop this? Because once they get to the Synchro, that's a quick effect. But that still keeps them from getting the Synchro unless they can summon something else from their hand, I believe. Oh? Oh my! Nadir's Servant. This is an unusual one, because if you're unfamiliar, after you do this, for the rest of the turn, you cannot summon out of the extra deck. So maybe they weren't ever intending to get to the Synchro. Alright, I really need to draw something good. Otherwise, I'm still just as bricked. And even if I get something good, they're gonna have another Fallen in the Virtuous. Yeah, unfortunately, Brandon can just play really low to the ground and then just get set up with like a million things in main phase 3. End phase time. Yeah, but they can't Albaz me. Oh, the Branded Retribution can send back from the graveyard. Yeah, I think I'm just cooked, chat. Unless maybe they Ash this and then we triple tack and we draw into some really, really good ones. Hello there. It's me, Noroi. Please activate a monster effect. Yep, unfortunately. We've had so many games, I think our go first win rate is like 80 or 90%. This is the first time we've just drawn nothing but hand traps and it did not help us. Yep, unfortunate. Ugh. Alright, we're about at the end of the night. Unfortunately, our tactic didn't really work. We kind of went up, we went down, we almost got into Master 3, and then I think we're about to D rank now. So I want to try one more version of the deck, just take some stuff out, because somehow we bricked on having too many go second cards like a couple times. So I guess we just had too many of those. I don't know. Maybe we're just getting unlucky with the shuffler. Really hard to say. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to take it down to 1 triple tack. We're going to take it down to 1 evenly and 2 imperm. And then we're going to put in 2 thrusts. And then the thrusts can hopefully search us either the triple tack or the evenly if we need it. If we go first, we can at least set an imperm with it. And that'll put us down to an even 44 cards with slightly less board breakers, but still a good mix of stuff. So this is Barkmage 3.5. We shouldn't call this 50 card. Actually, someone else suggested a name, so let's go ahead and put that in here. Police Academy, because the K9s are police, and it's the Academic Arcane Arts Acropolis. Wait, this isn't I guess it's academic. It's like an academy, but with fundamental differences. So let's try this for a few more duels and see if we can make anything. Short addendum. Someone pointed out we were still on the K9 werewolf, even though we didn't have the forced release to make it. So I changed it out for an SP, because there's been a couple times when, like, we stole something with triple tack, and it would be really nice to have a generic link that we can use that for, so now we have one. Oh, hello, Maxie. I haven't seen you all night. Feels like it's been a while since we've gone first and actually gotten a playable hand. Partially for our opponent, this hand is kind of crazy go nuts. This only negates monster effects that activate on the field, right? And now, to reveal my full power level. Yeah, that's the unfortunate thing, like, we had a whole bunch of fun duels during the earlier parts of this episode, but once you get to Master, it really just does hammer in that dichotomy of, if you go first, and they don't have like 3 hand traps to stop you or exactly Purulia, you just make more combo, more disruptions than they have room for. And if you go second and you don't draw like the 3 hand traps to stop them, then they just completely stop you. Now, there are a lot of people who say that's all that Yu-Gi-Oh! Is. And that's not true. Like, if you're playing Cool Tune, then both of you are playing back and forth. It's the same thing kind of with Branded, especially if you've got Dracotail in there. A lot of the modern decks have moved past this dichotomy by having 0-turn plays. It's just that Artmage ain't one of them. So it really does... The only way to compete is to do that kind of play style, and man, it's just not as fun in the higher ranks when that's all it is. Alright. We've been here for 4.5 hours. I think if we lose this one, it's just going to be the end of the line for us. We're just going to have to call it. I'm tired of Branded. I like when they take old decks that were like rogue at best or weren't competitive and make them competitive with new support. But I don't like when, like, there's a deck that was meta and then it fell out of relevancy and then they give it support. So it goes back to being meta, and then it falls out of relevancy, and then they give it more support, so it comes back in the meta. It's the same thing with Sky Strikers. It's not that I, like, hate those decks, I'm just sick of seeing them. Although I guess, I don't know, you know, for me, I'm very much a variety is the spice of life kind of guy when it comes to my card games. You know, I like to play... Even when I didn't do ladder climbing, I still preferred to play like a different kind of deck every couple months. I was always building new stuff. I had a big pile of decks I was always working on. Like, I've been getting into Commander Magic the Gathering tag out, yeah, so don't do anything. But yeah, like, I've been playing Magic the Gathering Commander, and I've been doing the 32 deck challenge, where you build a deck for, like, every color combination, and I've been having a blast with that. It's been fun just, like, building a new deck every couple weeks. And so I can't get into the mentality. I know there's some people who are just like, I like Branded, and then I play Branded, and all the Branded stuff happens. Do I imperm this? I think I just wait until they're done. I just save imperm for my turn. So, like, I guess they do have to cater to those players, and for the people who like Sky Striker and Branded, it is great that there's a couple decks that are just like, if you enjoy them, they're just always good. I guess the difficulty is, like, you never know, there's not really they don't really signal that well which cards or which archetypes are going to end up being like that. So it's not as though you can be like, oh, they've added a new forever archetype. I'll just make sure to play that one, and then I'll be good on my investment. Like, no, you just have to be one of those people when Sky Striker first came out who really liked the spell playstyle. If you did, those engages are still good a decade later. Yeah, before they get anything else on, we're just gonna make Typhon. And that way, when they start doing the, whatchamacallits... Yeah, how about fuck you, buddy? This way, when they start doing the Mitsurugi stuff, they can't activate their big nuke because it has over 3,000. Summon the dude. And then I'm just gonna Typhon. Enjoy spaceship. Now, if I get hit with the Fallen and the Virtuous, I'm going to cry. Oh yeah, it's untargetable! Thank you, Lupus, you finally did something worthwhile. So they can't Fallen in the Virtuous, and they can't, Murakumo blow up everything. I think Wosu's gotta be, like, a thing, right? It's gotta have some kind of, like, preemptive lock, I believe. Wosu, if you don't know, is the Mitsurugi kaiju. They're in Archetype kaiju. Shit, you guys, they read the cards! Oh no. Photon Lord, who has 2,500 attack! So I can't even bounce the Murakumo! And 3 back row, because why not? Normal summon the owl. And then I think I need to take this out before they can flip me face down or anything. Fortunately, I have 2 targets for this. Continue the attack? No, thank you. So we activate Graflare. They will negate, and then we chain the owl. But the owl still goes to the graveyard. And this stays in hand because they didn't attach a galaxy. So when this goes to the grave... So we can get the Artmage Academy, then we can Jokel with the card in hand. Let's go ahead and blow up this back row, shall we? Ash Blossoming there. Not a great selection. Do the Academy. We will send off... Yeah! Send off that, get Finmel, special summon, and then if they try to summon back from the grave with the Mitsurugi, we just negate everything. And then from there, we can still make a rank 5, slurp it up, make the Nightmare. Whatever we draw, Finmel might have something. We're pretty darn good. We did it. You know what? That's probably a good one to end it off on. Alright, so despite saying that was the last duel, I said I would keep going until we lose. And just be like, maybe we can go on the win streak. Maybe we can go all the way into Master 3 and end it off with a win. And this time we have a hand that does something. Bell? I think we use the called by here. That way, in case they're waiting on like a big fat Nibiru or something. So we do that, and it just turns on all of the K9 half of the deck, right? Like we go this, we go Naroi, we activate Azuna, Azuna send Lupus, Lupus summons itself back. I can add a K9 spell trap, why not? Yeah, look at their hand, I guess. It's just Sky Striker stuff. Yeah. Tactics can destroy us. Only if we activate a monster effect. But we have enough non-monster effects. Yeah, maybe I should have just, like, with what? No, because we knew that they have the triple tack and everything, right? Yeah, this does hardly anything. Yep, I'm just kind of dumb. We spent a whole month doing this. I was like, it's fine, we'll be able to get everything. I should have put back the Ash and then retained the spell to discard off of the Academy, and then we would have been fine. We know their hand does nothing, though. Called by, and we know that the other 2 cards are Lemon's Gate and Triple Tack, so as long as we don't activate any monster effects, never punished. Oh, what a... I'm glad we got that one really good duel, because this is fucking awful. But you don't get to choose them, you know? That's life. Sometimes you have the good duels, and sometimes you fumble your way over the finish line. Or not the finish line, but at least a Master 3. I'm happy with that. Let's call it for now, and go over to Joe with the afterthoughts. And with that, ladies and non-ladies, we bring this episode to a close. In the end, I was able to get Artmage from Platinum 5 all the way up to Master 3. And I feel pretty confident that if we had started higher, or I spent more time dueling and less time drawing, that I probably could have gotten all the way to Master 1. Now granted, we did get to go first 58% of the time, and that coin toss luck probably boosted our win rate a little more than it should have, but even then, I think Artmage is a solid rogue option. It's surprisingly powerful, decently flexible, has options going second, and on top of everything, it's pretty fun to boot. I mean, it is a little on the combo slop side of things, but the same can be said of most decks these days. Overall, I had a lot of fun with Artmage and a lot of fun with art, and hopefully you enjoyed as well. Regardless, since it's both the end of the month and the end of the episode, I'd like to take this moment to look back over our statistics for July 2026. I ended up playing 124 duels with Artmage and made it as high as Master 3. We won 83 of those duels and lost 41, which gives this deck an overall win rate around 67%. I went through 3.5 builds this month before ending on the version behind me, which contains 5 common cards, 22 super rare cards, and 32 ultra rare cards. I spent 9,000 gems on this month's deck, which would cost about $135 if you bought them all at the store at the standard price. Finally, all of this would not be possible without 519 awesome patrons who help support the channel. 36 of those patrons donated $25 or more this month, so I'd like to take a moment to thank them personally. Their names are Chris, the resident RDA enjoyer, Frost Hollow 658, Cat Monarch, Shadow 1317, Chris W, Gravy, Tealbeard, Yada Karasu, Dancing Joker, MBT Yugioh, Emperor Lelouch, Kid Wong, Clockswork, The Glooby Ruby, Barbarians Are Us, Girgiano XG, Felgaming, Dallas Visagi, Guy Nathaniel, the Agron Overlord, Wildcard Jr., Maximum C, it's Katsu, LK Sun, Wasted Brawler, Fat White Duke, Joe Java, Ray D TCG, Rank 10 Trains, Thiel Wren, Earth Machine Enthusiast, Dexter 1309, Dustry 406, Gear Overlord, Sultan, Bancito, and Infected Crow. If you'd like to join them, there's a Patreon link down in the description. Just $2 gets you on the Discord, $25 gets your name in the credits, and for $10 you can get a special role that lets you vote on what deck I play next. Speaking of which, next time on Ladder Climb, things are gonna get a little spooky as we break out Pumpkin, the King of Ghost. If you'd like to watch that live on Twitch, you can find the link down in the description. I stream most of my duels there, and we have a pretty fun time. Otherwise, until next time, good luck and have fun.